the attempts to take down the Nick Shirley reporting are stunning even to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like the absence of interest in the allegations as opposed to the supreme interest in exposing Nick Shirley because he used to post what they said were hoax videos as a high schooler. How about actually kicking the doors? Because this didn't come out of nowhere. As I pointed out, you guys broke a massive fraud story about Minnesota months ago. And then City Journal did, and then New York Times did. So Nick Shirley didn't pop out of the blue, right? So like, where was the interest? Why didn't the Minneapolis Star-Tribune blow the lid off of this, Walter? Why did you break it in Montana? And why now do we have CNN and CBS as well appearing to try to run cover for the fraudsters as opposed to blow more of the lids off of the fraud examples?
Well, first, if they admit that it's a major story, then they also have to explain why they never covered it. And they can't. Secondly, one of the reasons this story didn't get the national attention it should have is that anyone who went in to report it, and I can tell you this for a fact, felt very apprehensive about their future. They knew that not only the criminals would be coming after them, but so would this curiously silent press, which had basically, I wouldn't say collaborated, but had, if silence is consent, then they were consenting. If silence is consent, the Minneapolis Star-Tribune was allowing this to go on. So everybody's implicated. Nick Shirley, Huckleberry Finn, all-American boy, Lois Lane comes along, does his shoe leather and shows us in 5 seconds that what looks like a daycare actually looks like a bombed-out strip mall adult store with blacked-out windows, and kids, if they even did attend, shouldn't be allowed to. That point was made visually in such a, I think, decimating way, especially to Americans at Christmas who are feeling a little stressed about their credit card bills, buying presents for their families, while these people rode around in their sports cars having used our good nature. And let's listen, Minnesota is so good-natured that it may not survive. Everybody wants there to believe.
Minnesota nice.
Yeah, everybody there wants to believe themselves to be a great person. And it's like a Monty Python sketch. They will still, when they have nothing and their cities are burning on the horizon, say, at least I was a nice person.
And so that now you have the feds saying we have shut down the funding to these alleged child care institutions because of these reports. And then Tim Walz's response is, they're mean. The feds are mean. Donald Trump wants more meanness here in Minnesota. He wants the money to go to actual children, not to obvious Somali fraudsters.
Exactly, Megyn. The people who should be most outraged by this are the people who want children to be fed, the people who want there to be decent daycare, the people who want there to be transportation systems that get people to their medical appointments and so on, the people who want autistic children to be cared for. All of this money basically came out of the mouths and minds and bodies of the people who should have been getting it. And because it was diverted from them, the charity toward them and the good feeling toward them has been vastly reduced. They're making everything seem like a scam because everything that they've done looks like one. Meanwhile, the problems go untreated. And shouldn't it be the liberal, good-hearted, kind-hearted people who want to see these real problems addressed who are the most outraged? Instead, they're the most angry about this. A truck pulled up before the money got to the kids, before the money got to the autistic, children, before the school lunches got to the hungry, and took it all away.
Yeah, they're like, Nick Shirley, he may have gone there in the hours that it wasn't open, the daycares, every single one, because he went on a Tuesday in the middle of broad daylight, and the centers for alleged daycare services claim they're open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. So what was it, like Northern Lights in Minnesota when he got there? Because he says he was there in the middle of the day, and there were no children in center after center after center. And instead of seeing Somali workers saying, Yes, there are. I'm not going to let you put them on camera, but you can come in and you can see if you want that there are 20 children sitting here. You can verify it with your eyes. No, here's what happened instead. I'll just give you an example. We could be here all day showing his 45-minute report, which is well worth your time on YouTube. It's been seen by almost 150 million people now. Here's SOT 26.
We're just wondering where the children are.
Where the children are?
Yeah, where are the children? It says you have 102 children here. And you got $2.66 million this year in funding, and $2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
And where are you? Which department?
Oh, we are from ourselves.
Yeah.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going. Look at that. Shut us down. No children inside of this daycare center. And look at this daycare center right here. No children inside of this daycare center. But between those buildings, over $2.6 million. We were just curious, where are the children at? Do you know where the children are at? Where are the children at in these daycare centers?
I don't care.
Where are the children?
I will sue you. You don't have any permission. We have nothing to do with this. You
Okay,
understand?
then are there
So
children?
leave. Please leave.
Are there children here?
Please leave.
In center after center. Where are the children? They don't say they're inside. They don't say they're... David, the guy who was with him, said he goes by there every day. There's never a child. They had witnesses that they interviewed who said, I've never seen a child at any of these places. And then you get CNN like, well, we called and they said they had children there. Or CBS is like, we went by and we saw 4 children. Oh, you mean after Nick Shirley's report, you found a couple of children that obviously these fraudsters brought from their own home because they knew this is a national story. The vice president of the United States was tweeting about it, and you rolled up your carpet and said, this story's done? Let me give you a sample. Here's just a sample, Walter, and then I'll give it to you. CNN correspondent Whitney Wild, who I've never heard about and is not going to make it at CNN, with her report on her investigation. SOT 35.
We're from CNN. Can we talk to you?
This is MAGA YouTuber Nick Shirley. Back at a daycare in Minnesota, he alleged was a fraudulent facility in a now viral video.
But surely you don't think a daycare should just be unlocked. You shouldn't be able to just walk into a daycare.
Be a reception.
No, every daycare is locked.
You bring up a fair point. Then why can't they actually give me information how to enroll a child?
How do you know that all the allegations that you're making are true?
How do I know that they're true? Well, we showed you guys what was happening. And then you guys can go ahead and make your own analysis.
We're coming so we can make our own analysis. Are you 100% sure you're true?
Yeah, I am 100% sure I'm true.
We reached out to several of the
I'm true.
daycares featured in the now viral video. Only one daycare facility answered and said they are a legitimate business.
Have you seen the videos, purporting that some of these daycares don't have kids inside?
At the daycare where Shirley showed back up, a stream of children walk inside.
You're saying that this is a fraudulent daycare. There's kids being dropped off right now.
Yes, the commissioner of children literally said a week ago this place was closed.
Did you know
They're
that?
showing face right now.
Yeah, but are you true? With the meaningful cross-examination by CNN, Walter, are you true?
I hope.
Yes, I'm true, you weird lady from CNN.
Nick Shirley could probably buy CNN at this point with its low ratings and his high ratings and YouTube income. And I hope he does.
They would kill for 150 million views.
I hope he does. American was always supposed to be a sort of a show me common sense country. And he did show me common sense reporting, and he struck a nerve. CNN has tried for years to make itself relevant. And I remember back when Al Gore was going to start a network that used citizen reporting. It was a very high-minded approach, citizen journalist, until somebody actually succeeded at it. That's his sin, success. He didn't claim to be the kind of person who goes and first of all, he's only one person, stakes places out around the clock and so on. But he did at least 10,000 times what CNN did and has done since. And there are no one's stopping anyone from checking his work. But that was not checking his work, putting a camera on you while you made a speakerphone call and took as gospel the statement of someone who is at least an alleged fraudster.
Here's a little sampling of how CBS handled it with their reporter, Jonah Kaplan.
We visited those sites too, as did state inspectors many times over the last 6 months. And we found the facts on the ground tell a different story. Those daycares, many of them were written up for safety violations, things like maybe busted equipment or staff training issues, but that's not the same as being fraudulent. So it's important to put all of this into context.
What in the
Yes,
world?
sure.
That's apples and oranges. That these places that apparently don't have kids in them also have busted equipment isn't. I like how you use the word busted, trying to minimize it, using the high school term. Oh, it's just busted. Why they are running cleanup for this operation is the biggest mystery of all.
A new year means new financial goals, like making sure your savings are secure and diversified. Will this be the year you decide to talk to someone from Birch Gold Group? They use an educational approach with a deep understanding of macroeconomics. There are forces pushing the dollar lower and gold higher, which is why they believe every American should own physical gold. So until January 30th. If you're a first-time gold buyer, Birch Gold is offering a rebate of up to $10,000 on qualifying purchases. To claim eligibility and start the process, you just text MK to the number 989898. Birch Gold can help you roll an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, and you are still eligible for a rebate of up to $10,000. Consider making right now your first time to buy gold and take advantage of a rebate up to $10,000 when you buy before January 30th. Text MK to the number 989898. Claim your eligibility today. Again, text MK to 989898. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.